Alright, let's get started. Hello. Time for me to draw my stupid fuck-ass pictures again. Who's that? I'll just start with some fan art to warm up. Fucking sure, I guess. Unfortunately, I don't remember how to draw guns, so I'm trying to figure it out right now. Yes, they do. This was like a big cliffhanger that they had at the end of the first week. It was Danny pulling a gun at Bill and Haley's wedding. Fuck, there's another image that I should find. Yeah, because it was a nice looking gun. It was all shiny and golden. Hitler's gun? What? Did Hitler's gun look like that? Sniper Elite Nazi Zombies. Oh, okay. I don't know that. How was the rest of her dress? Oh, there's like holes in it, I guess. This was insane behavior. Like, she had the entire community come to this wedding like it was a funeral, like dressed like they're coming to a funeral, and then she pulls out a gun in the middle of the event. As soon as they say, "Oh, does anybody object to these two being married?" Like, she pulls out a gun on them. Of course, nobody got shot, but like, Danny, what's wrong with you? I'm trying to figure out if that's like a belt or if there's just holes. I think it might be a belt. There was this one image of Carla Mosley behind the scenes that was like really good, but I don't know where it is. Well, if I can't find it, I'll just go with what I have. I think it was on Blue Sky, actually. Ah, that's what the rest of her outfit looked like. So there's like hanging parts to the sleeves. She has bracelets on. I love how unhinged Danny seems and even looks at all times. Like, there's constantly this deranged look in her eyes. Like, maybe it'll fade with time, but maybe not. Maybe she's just meant to be crazy forever. Yeah. Yeah. I love when there's a female character with something deeply wrong with her. Wait, let me reshape these feet a little bit. Go. Is long. Those are heels, right? I don't really see a bottom to the heel. Maybe she's just standing like that for fun. Oops. Are those toe rings? No, I think that's just part of the sandal. Has a toe ring on it. One thing I also need to practice today while I'm doing my drawing is spot blacks. So I can draw proper shading easily without having to actually shade on my color layer. Hi, Chukaropi! I remember I was just talking about Karopi earlier with my coworkers. Oh, not Loretta today, no. I'm actually drawing fan art of a soap opera that I started watching. Although I probably could do a Loretta doodle at some point. Oh, do you mean up here? Oh yeah, I just drew the back of her head for a little bit. I could probably go through and like add a little bit more there. What else was there to this dress? Okay. There's like long sleeves and a long back part to the dress that hangs, I think, on both sides. How am I doing? I haven't really thought that much about that part. I think I'm doing okay today. Okay, there's one on both sleeves. So when it comes down to a character who's like shrouded in a lot of black, in order to define certain parts of the outfit in like contrast to others, you have to have white lines in there to differentiate parts of it, I guess. This is good. This is good. Especially if I plan on drawing characters and like drawing their pants or whatever. A lot of the time I see characters with like just pants drawn in black, basically. Yeah. Just right amount of light and shadow. Okay. His hat is also supposed to be black. With ribbons on top. Maybe a little cross hashing should be enough. on my lap? Oh my god, my phone. I don't think there's any other details that I need to note here. Hmm. Ah! Why am I getting Discord notifications? I thought I turned that off. Okay. I think that's enough for this sketch. And then, I guess... Actually, it would make more sense if I just straight up... And then erase it, so now it just kind of fades into the background, sort of. There's a couple spots on the face to erase as well. Yeah, leave it like that. Let's put this in the fan art folder. I think for the purposes for that sketch, I was just trying to figure out what Loretta's hair would look like from another angle, because she has this thing on the top of her head like how birds do, like how gala birds do, where it like puffs up when she's shocked or whatever. I think she's one of the only few characters that actually has a feature like that. I could add one to Hassan maybe. Actually, she is a bird. That was a really short one. I drew her with her camera once, I think. Yeah. I think the only storyline, really, like the only through line that I have with Loretta is that she's really not obsessed with it per se, but she's really into capturing beauty and spectacle. She's not the same level obsessed as like Mags and Natalie are, but she's still like very much into it. She just can't like match their freak entirely. Wait, is this just starting? I think it's just starting the album over. So she's definitely going to be introduced right in the first episode, alongside Amaka, as part of her job. Because she's like Plaything's head photographer. Although I don't know if magazines really do photographers like that, where they have just one photographer that they keep on staff. I might have her end up getting fired, though. Actually, I think it should just be the two fingers down here. Yeah. I think multiple characters end up getting fired from their jobs at various points for plot reasons, so they can get moved to another job that's either more suitable of their talents or more plot relevant. I wonder what she would look like with shorter hair. Okay, first I have to remember how to draw her face and not make it look too much like a penguin. Hang on. Yeah, this ought to help. So that's how her beak is supposed to shape. I think I'm already most of the way there with it. Although I guess that means she's not supposed to have a chin. Dang, this is a lovely sample. I feel like I've heard it before, though. Might have been an Adventure X song. one other time I drew her. And then her hair does this, her feathers do that part. That's as short as I'm willing to get her hair without getting scared.
I had a dream about this place. See what I mean? So you had a dream about it. Tell me.
Yeah, we only listen to bangers here, I swear. It's my blanket. Anyway, her hair is usually supposed to be like a little shorter than shoulder length most of the time. But for some reason, when I draw a lot of characters, I usually end up drawing their hair a little bit longer than it's supposed to be. So that's one of those things that I'd have to tweak over and over again to get right. Hmm. Hmm. Damn, this image is small as fuck. I'm gonna practice drawing a slap. These two do not like each other. Well, rather, he likes her. She does not like him back. They used to have a thing way back in the day, and she's just kind of over it now. She's got her own husband and kid to worry about now, and he's like, but I still want you though. And she's like, can you get a grip? Also, if I'm gonna write a soap opera, I need to be able to draw some good slaps. This art will probably end up getting refined and included somewhere in issue 1 of the comic. Simply because I really want there to be a first episode slap, like any good soap opera, to establish tension and drama. You mean this one? Yeah. That makes sense. Why am I always dropping my fucking pen? Okay, got it. Anyways, saving this so that when I finally start drawing episode 1, I'll be able to reference it. I remember previously I was working on this comic. I think if I want to have white panel borders instead of having the regular panel borders, I need to make my backgrounds a little bit more saturated. Because as it stands now, they kind of fade into the background a little bit too much. Yeah, I could just turn up the overlay. Hydrate. I have to go get my cup of water from the other room. BRB. Okay. Saved this already. This. I think I was originally here trying to like draw little bits of key art of Calico City, one of the like key locations of the comic, but then I remembered I'm not all that great at drawing cityscapes. I think most of my art deliberately does not have backgrounds, or if it does have backgrounds, it's usually stock photos because I'm not good at drawing them. I think this was one of the last times I did a background on something, and even then, I think it may have been traced, or partially traced, from an image of a cruise ship. Trying to think. Yeah, one thing I was previously trying to do was model some of the locations in 3D. So I think one of the only places that I had actually finished modeling was, well, not finished, but started modeling was Melanie's bedroom. Not bedroom, her apartment. And then I, like, got lazy and forgot. So now I only ever use it as, like, a quick reference or whatever. Dang, my dad is loud. Anyway, I know I was drawing a full reference sheet for Natalie at some point. Although there's not really much of a reason to draw a whole reference sheet for her, since she's another one of those characters that doesn't really have many, like, unique markings or anything. She's only got like 1, 2, 3, 4 colors, like 4 unique colors in her entire color scheme. Maybe 5. Either way, like, the only special thing she has going on is the, like, chest markings, I guess. Like, the chest whitening, and that's it. So there's really not much for me to do here. I don't really need to do anything with this right now. Thinking. That was where I was drawing extra characters. Wait. I started on the line work for this. No. Well, maybe. Although this makes her look more goth now I think about it. It feels like it's so much easier drawing things on paper a lot of the times. That'd be an interesting Scream concept. Just me drawing on paper, on camera. But then you'd know what my hands look like, and my messy desk, and I can't have that. Ah! Kill. It does sound like fun. Especially since a lot of my, like, ideas flow easier onto paper than they do onto my tablet screen. I was working on this at some point. I think I had only drawn a couple of the characters in here, like Sylvia. I guess I'll just mark hers as complete. Melanie's also complete. Emmeline is not complete. Kitty, also not complete because I haven't filled in all of the character slots. Loretta, I started drawing, but this is not complete. Jody also started drawing. Didn't put any characters in. Oh, for the character inspirations? Yeah. So, what's her face? Like, this is one thing I figured might be make it easier for me to understand where I'm coming from when I'm, like, plotting out elements of, like, my character stories is, like, what inspired these characters? Where do I want to pull inspiration from? And I figured Sonic CD version Amy is, like, a pretty good point of inspiration in terms of, like, girliness and damselness, because, like, that's before Amy gains some sense of self and gains that confidence. I mean, sure, she's got the Karopi hammer, not Karopi, the fuck, what was the name of Amy's hammer? The Karopi hammer. It's not the fucking Karopi hammer. Like, sure, she's got that hammer, but she's still super nervous all the time. The Pico Pico hammer. She's also, Melanie's also inspired by, like, Coco Bandicoot's, specifically her hair. Like, when I draw her with that ponytail, it's directly inspired by that. She's a little bit inspired by Marcel and her, like, ooh, no, I don't want to do this type attitude. She's inspired by Gabby from Desperate Housewives, but specifically only the trauma. Only the trauma. And then her relationship with Emmeline is directly based on Callie and Arizona's relationship from Grey's Anatomy, so. Teehee. That's another one that I need to mark in orange. Did I draw Susan? I did. I did not mean to mark off Ruthie. I meant to mark Susan. Although, oh yeah, I did draw Ruthie. Melanie. But then what else? I could probably draw more character refs since I started drawing the palettes for some of them, but didn't actually draw the characters in them. Shit, that's true. Ugh, it's like I've got stage fright with my ideas. Maybe this? No. That'll take too much work. Yeah, sure. I'll just draw this for now. Thinking about issue 1, I know everything's taking place at a party at the Plaything Charity Gala. So of course, what's her face? Amaka would be there. Emmeline would go there to meet Amaka. And Loretta. And then she'd discuss modeling. Yeah, issue 1 content, I don't mind spoiling, because it's like, I'm already planning on releasing that, like, for free at some point. I think I literally have the thing open. Yeah, for just... Emmeline goes to Felicity, Wayne calls Amaka over to discuss the Carmack level collection. Wayne introduces Sylvia to Julian. So I guess... It's fine for Sylvia to meet Julian in this episode rather than having it be a pre-established relationship. And this could be what gets Sylvia that job working as Julian's personal assistant. I think the slap should come somewhere around here in the episode, but I have to write in Susan being at the party. Dang, it was so much easier to get inspired before, when I was just like chilling and sitting around. And then when I actually sit down to work, it's like, oh, but I have to draw. I need to write this stuff down before I start stream, because actually writing stuff during the stream is so boring. Right? Unless... Mikey! Damn, it's been 27 months. Hi, Mikey! How's it going? Also, I forgot to wish you a happy birthday on the day of because I was busy, but late happy birthday. Yay. But, like, do people do writing streams? That sounds so difficult. Hmm. Maybe I should track down one of these writing streams. Because, like, I imagine it'd probably be hard to not only, like, write, but also still be engaging and interesting enough to an audience that they continue to watch you write. Yeah, that makes sense. What was the glitch? Was it worth all the effort? Send it to me in Discord. Maybe it should be a dog bone. I don't know how to introduce Bo. I imagine I'd probably introduce Bo at the same time as I introduce, not at the same time as I introduce Julian, but like a little bit after introducing Julian since like he's one of his employees. After stream, I ought to take a little bit of dreaming time to figure this out. Thank you. Sometimes you just need to draw a man on a leash for your health. Yeah. Also, I forgot to mention, on Saturday I was supposed to stream Gigapets, but I had a whole bunch of technical difficulties with my computer and with my monitor that I ended up just getting tired and not doing it. Okay, good luck. Hopefully we will get more Gigapets soon, since my computer is no longer having those technical difficulties. I just have to set up on a different monitor. Thinking about coloring, because usually I just take the easy way out with my colors and just like use the reference layer and fill tool to color things in. But I think maybe I could do like have one solid color layer in the back and then use a bunch of color masks to color over that, just so I don't have any of my colors leaking outside of it. That way it'd be colored easier to color things like outlines or whatever. Like ever since I started watching Beyond the Gates, I've been like imagining dialogue in my head a bit more often now between characters of like interactions that could come to be. And so I need to start writing them down Even if I don't have a specific plot line surrounding them yet, I just have to have them written somewhere so I can reference them easier. So I'll probably end up just writing and writing after the stream is over. That is, assuming I don't fall asleep on the couch again. One thing that would definitely keep me from falling asleep is eating something. So after stream, I'm gonna probably go heat up a lasagna or something. But also, it is Fat Tuesday, so I do have to make sure that I don't fill up on anything before dinner. I'm so hungry. What did I call today? Oh, it's Fat Tuesday. AKA Mardi Gras, I think. Yeah, Lent is coming up, so I must enjoy my last chance of eating food. I especially need to make sure I fill up tonight so that tomorrow I don't get hungry. One thing that's interesting while coming up with these animal characters is realizing that certain species cannot have certain features. So, for example, birds, like we already know that birds cannot have ears, even though I draw them with earrings. They just have ear holes. They don't have real ears. But they also can't really have mustaches. They can have beards because they have chins, but birds do not have normal noses, so there's nowhere to draw a mustache. Makes certain character types kind of tough because it's like, yeah, I'm drawing this character, but also I imagined him having a mustache. Like, one of the character designs was literally supposed to be a peacock version of Dev Patel, and then partly through I realized, oh my god, I can't fucking draw a mustache on him. Like, have you ever seen a bird character, like a bird cartoon character with a sensible looking mustache? Because I cannot remember one, if there is one. Yay. Like when I think of bird characters, oh, Robusto. Oh, you mean Brewster? His name Brewster, but he's called Robusto in huh. I forgot he just has a mustache there. Anyway, let me just save this. Yeah, it's not a regular stash. It's an unusual stash. When I was drawing this, I think I was drawing Dev Patel bird on the side, and I was trying to figure out how to manage a mustache for him. Like here. It's just kind of on the sides of his beak, I guess. Because, like, beaks do have nostrils. They're usually somewhere up here, I think. Oh, did my screen freeze at some point? Hang on. I'm starting to wonder how long I've been stuck on that one screen without realizing it. Oh my god. And you just let me do that? You just let me do that to you? I was drawing these guys on a leash. I was drawing them and it didn't even show up. I hate when this happens. Ugh. Anyway, I was talking about Dev Patel bird. Yes, I did intend to show the leash. I wasn't just mentioning it for fun. I've been working on it this whole time. I was like drawing light art. This happened previously. I wouldn't just idle for that long. I would never put you through that. This happened to me previously during the Blender stream where I was modeling Melanie's apartment, and it was stuck on just, I think, a frame of her door, I guess, for like a solid half hour, and I didn't notice it until nearly the end because nobody else was there. I wouldn't do that to you guys. I would not put you through that suffering. saucy Claudio pics. I haven't drawn them yet. I need to draw more. I need to do more drawing. Right now, I'm just scripting these things. Not scripting. Plotting these things. So then I know what I'm going to do when I actually start scripting. I'm planning on, like, page-wise, either doing 20 or 22 pages of story. I'm leaning more towards 22 just so, like, the people don't feel I've been stealing from them. Like, oh, I'm holding out on the people by not drawing enough. Of course, issue 1 is not beholden to the same standards as the other issues of being 20 to 22 pages, because right now I'm trying to introduce all the characters, so it could be anywhere between 22 to 28 pages, so long as I can get all the concepts across. You can never invite Loretta to anything because she will always get just that picture at just the right time that will incriminate you in something. Honestly, she will catch anything, which is why Lonnie wants to get those pictures from her, because it's like he knows that she got the pictures of Claudio and Percy, and he needs those for his employer. Wait, how did I previously... Okay, thank you, Windows Security, Microsoft Defender Antivirus. Don't know why it chose to alert me now. Freaked me out. Cannot forget those tail feathers. Although maybe they should be on this side, based on the angle. Save that. Suzna. Susas. Oh my fucking god. Mm. I could at least start the line art for this, even if I'm not gonna finish it right now. I think that's enough for now. I'm tired and I need food. What did I do? I did those Loretta doodles. Get the slap drawing. I drew a little bit of the leash. Yeah, that's enough for now. Thanks all for watching or whatever, and keeping me company and inspiring me and stuff. Appreciate it. Next stream will be more art again on Thursday, and Saturday will most definitely be gigabits, I think, because I've worked out my technical difficulties. It shouldn't cause me a problem for this next weekend. But yeah, art and gigapets are in the foreseeable future. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you when I see you. Sheepy signing out. Bye bye.